Happy Memorial Day, Enlightened Woman Tribe. It is a blessing to be able to stop and remember those who have sacrificed so much for our freedoms, and especially for us as a people. We have fought in literally every war imaginable from the founding of this country up until now. And not only are we fighting wars and gone to wars and serve in active duty and have been injured and or maimed and living with the very much changed lives as a result, or living with the PTSD or trauma from being in combat or just in active military duty. We are honoring and remembering you today, those who are no longer present and those who are here present and currently serving. Thank you for your service. We appreciate what you have done to put your lives on the line, especially for people of color who not only fight on the front lines or in active duty or serve several tours, but then also are still fighting just to be honored and recognized as equal in the sight of all people. And so we take a moment to honor and remember on this Memorial Day. Thank you, especially for the historic contributions of women and women of color. We are grateful for your sacrifice and your service. Normally, I'm not on a holiday, but it's been a minute since I've been live, and I just wanted to just take a moment to say, "Hey, enlightened women, how are you doing? How you feeling?" This has been a very eventful, um, gratifying, all-inspiring month for me. May is my birth month, as we started out the month of May, and I came on the recording and saying this is my month of reset. Normally, annually, I use my birth month and the season of spring for a reset spiritually, emotionally, physically, all of the above, taking an assessment of where I am in my life, and where I want to go, and to be thankful for all that I have and all that I've been blessed with and graced to have. And I'm grateful. I feel like I'm in this amazing sweet spot to do the work that I've been called to do, especially not just in preaching and teaching and pastoring. Y'all, one of those transitions that we're going to talk about as we gather for the month of June. But pastoring, um, this has been a very busy month. And I must say that as I prepared for the reset at the outset of the month, I did not take into consideration everything that was going to be going on this month, on the heels of transitioning out of one context of doing ministry and work for over 33 years, and in one particular context for 23 years, retiring from that and birthing with my husband a new work. And that whole transition was more than a notion, even though we know this is already a season of transition for women in midlife that are dealing with perimenopause and menopause. For me, um, I believe postmenopause. I have no idea. We're going to talk about that some more in June as well. But this whole process of the shifting of the natural progression and shifting and transition and change, on top of actual transition and change of my life and vocation, has been quite a bit, and I can't wait to share it with you. I'm so glad I had the opportunity to share with Pastor Lisa Harvin, who I call a grief and transition doula. If you did not watch part one and part two of our conversation about loss in the midst of transition, you have to. I'm telling you, it will help you and it will save your life. And it has really helped and blessed me going through this transition, because one thing I've learned, that even when the transition is natural, even if the transition is necessary, and even especially if the transition is a good thing, it's going to come with an avalanche of varying emotions in addition to what you're already going through in your spirit, soul, mind, and body in the season and transition of midlife, perimenopause, and menopause, or postmenopausal, right? And so I just wanted to come on and say, you're all right. You're going to be all right. Hold on to yourself and remember yourself, and remember that you are worthy. Why am I saying this? Because my intention for the beginning of May got so sidetracked and derailed because of everything that was going on with me and my husband as we've made this major transition for the month of May. We underestimated really how much it was going to affect us emotionally, physically, spiritually, and my schedule for resetting the things that I had planned to do. Almost got completely derailed. I was able to do some of it, and I was able to capture it again, because it was my birthday month, as I mentioned. And so, as I looked up, and the next thing I knew, it was my time for my birthday. I had planned to have so many things done prior to that. And I learned I had to have some compassion and kindness and patience with my own self, and began to breathe and receive it, that however this month went up until this point was the way it was supposed to go. And to look back and find those learning points, those strengthening points, those wisdom gain points through this, and not throw my reset month completely off. So I did something that I had never done for my birthday. The night before, I went away to Wellspring Manor and Spa, and spent the eve of my birthday by myself, so that I could focus, so that I could recenter, so that I could celebrate and honor myself, and say that you are still worthy of the effort that it takes to get back on track, to reset, and move forward with the rest of the year. And can I tell you, it was the best thing I could have ever done. And always find reasons not to. You kind of feel like, oh my God, you need to not, you don't have time for that. But I took time because I felt like my life and my living was worth it. Right. So even when you get derailed or disrupted, know that you are worth coming back, recalibrating, renewing, resetting, uh, because it will make a difference in the months and the years to come. After I did that, then my husband came and picked me up, and we spent a wonderful time away even further, and then a celebrating with family and friends, and then great worship, and was able to uh, do some things today that I wouldn't normally have done, giving myself that opportunity to just take a breath and take a moment. Why? Because I'm worthy. In September, we're celebrating and getting ready to celebrate our Serenity Experience for Women in with Midlife. And it is Serenity, the Serenity Experience for women in midlife, well, worthy, and wealthy. And I am so grateful that I am taking the time to reset, so that I can walk in those three W's full and wholeheartedly, because I am worthy. Every effort you make, every change you make, every tear you cry, every frustration you face head on in this moment of change and transition in midlife and perimenopause and menopause and postmenopause, it is absolutely worth it. However long it takes you to find the therapist you need, however long it takes you to find a physician that is a menopause specialist, however many you have to go through to get to the one that's going to uh, knit well with your soul and spirit, do it. Right? However many times you need to start again, begin again, do it again, be patient and kind and forgive yourself. You are worth it. Right? So I just wanted to say happy Memorial Day as we remember all of those who sacrificed for us. I want to challenge you to also remember yourself. Remember you in the midst of everything that you're doing, all the plans that you have, all the help and support you're giving everybody else. Remember you. Remember you're worthy. Remember, even as we close out May and Mental Health Awareness Month, remember to take a moment. That's the national theme. Take a moment. Take a moment for yourself. Remember to take a moment for yourself. Remember to breathe. Remember to journal. Or remember to just get quiet and be silent. Remember to take a moment for yourself because you are worthy. Thank you for joining me for these few moments on Mondays in the meditation room with Dr. K for Midlife Musing. I just really just felt the need that some sister needed to hear that. Some woman in the Enlightened Woman tribe needed to hear that you are worthy of every effort, every sacrifice for your well-being, right? To take that 5-minute walk. If you can't take a 30-minute walk, walk for 5 minutes, get out in nature, breathe, sit down and give yourself permission to drink the whole cup of tea or to read a whole chapter in a book, to do something that will bring you joy, bring enlightenment, and that will cause you to come back home to yourself. Remember you. Why? Because you're worthy. And register for the Serenity Experience for Women in Midlife, September 20th and 21st. Why? Because you're worthy. This uniquely curated gathering of like-hearted women to be enlightened and empowered to embrace this season in life. That's for you. Say yes to yourself. I'm looking forward to seeing you there and seeing your name on the list of registrants. Yay, yay. Have an amazing rest of your evening today. I absolutely love you, and I look forward to sharing with you in the new month of June, right here on Mondays in the Meditation Room with Dr. K. Love you. Talk to you soon. Bye.